Hi, Teresa from Angelisa here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make my new Reina Tote. It's a reversible tote bag with two different looks in one bag. One side has a fun two-tone look with a top panel and a bottom panel. And the other side is a full single panel design. So you can switch between two different looks depending on your outfit, mood, or even the occasion. If you want to get the full written pattern with all the measurements, head over to my website angelisa.com. The link is down in the description. In this video, I'll be showing the small size because it's the easiest size to follow along with on camera, especially if you're new to sewing totes. Also, my table is tiny, so this worked out perfectly. But if you want to make the medium or large size, those are included in the pattern on my website too. Alright, let's get into it. For this tote, you will need one fabric for the full panel, two fabrics for the top panels, and these pair up with the bottom panel for the two-tone side. And if you want a quicker or more beginner-friendly option, you can use webbing straps instead of fabric straps. I will also mark the center points on the matching edges because this helps a lot later during assembly. Now we are going to build the two-tone panel. That's the fun side of the tote with top and bottom in two different fabrics. Lay your bottom panel right side up. Then place the top panel pieces right side down, matching the center marks. If you're using directional fabric, make sure the bottom of the print is facing toward the bottom panel. We don't want upside down cats. Unless the cats enjoy doing handstand, then maybe it's fine. Now sew with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Backstitch at the start and end to lock those stitches in. Open the fabric and press the seam allowance toward the bottom panel. And then top stitch along the bottom panel to help the seam stay flat and polish over time. And now your two-tone panel is done. If you want to add decorative labels, this is the perfect time to sew them on. Since this tote is reversible, I like using different labels on each side for a fun little detail. Next step, the straps. For this video, I'm using a ready-made webbing straps because it's quicker and beginner-friendly. If you would like a more unique reversible look, I also included fabric straps in the pattern tutorial. I think it gives the tote a really polished custom look. So if you want to try this version later, feel free to check out the full written tutorial and pattern on my website angelisa.com. For now, let's continue with the webbing straps. From the center mark of the top panel, mark the strap placement on both sides. For the small size, I'm placing mine 1 3/4 inches from the center mark. Place the straps with the inner edges, matching the marks, and let the ends extend slightly past the fabric edge for strong attachment. And please double check that the straps are not twisted before sewing. Now, baste the straps in place. Then, repeat the same thing to the other side. Next, sewing the tote. Place both fabric pieces right sides together, aligning the center marks. Now, sew along both edges and leave an opening for turning the fabric later. I recommend making the opening slightly larger because reversible totes can feel a bit bulky when turning everything right side out. Press the seams open to reduce bulk and help the tote sit flatter and neater. Next, fold the tote so the right sides are together. Make sure the seams where the fabric pieces meet line up. Now sew along both edges. Now we'll create the box corners. Draw a squares on the corner based on your tote size, starting from the previous seam here. For the small size, I'm using a 1-inch square. And then cut out all 4 squares. Open each corner and sew across the corners to create the box shape. There will be 4 corners to sew in total. This is the fabric after sewing all 4 corners. Now this step is optional. I personally really like it for reversible bags. Bring one corner to the opposite side and tack them with a few stitches. Let me show you. So we bring this corner together and we can just sew it here on both sides. This helps keep the corners aligned nicely when you flip the tote. It might look a little weird at this point, but that's completely normal. It will all come together beautifully once you turn it right side out. Trust the process. Okay, it's raining outside right now. I hope this microphone can still pick up my voice clearly. Turn the tote right side out through the opening. Push out the corners carefully and give the top edge a good press with your iron to get everything nice and flat. And then top stitch around the top edge. I like sewing 2 rows of top stitching because it adds extra strength to the straps and gives the tote a cleaner, more professional finish. And that's it! Your Reina tote is finished. Thanks so much for sewing with me today. I really hope you enjoy making this tote. If you make one, I would absolutely love to see. So feel free to tag me on social media or share your photos using #Anjurisa. And if you'd like the printable pattern templates, written instructions, plus the medium and large sizes, you can find everything on my website anjurisa.com. Subscribe if you haven't already, because there are plenty more bag tutorials coming your way, because apparently I cannot stop making them. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, happy crafting! Ouch! The scissors hit my thigh.